Anyone can use a weapon, but the ninja is a weapon. Behold!
Welcome back to another video, and today I want to talk about the 40th anniversary. Well, what else is there to say, right? I mean, it's the 40th anniversary of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. You guys already know what this is all about. This is the actual concept art that brought us all, the four brothers. Yeah, be honest with you, before I take them out of the box, I'm just going to tell you, the funny thing is I was walking through Target. I wasn't even going to buy anything. I was just walking through Target, kicking some dirt, and lo and behold, all four brothers were on the pegs, and they were the only ones. It was like the universe was speaking out, going, buy us. Now listen, I get it. This isn't going to be everybody's forte and stuff. This is not NECA. This is actually made by Playmates. And you got the Nickelodeon logo on here and everything else. But this is the actual concept art which started it all. So with that being said, let me get these guys out of the box so we can actually take a look at these guys and their accessories. All right, so we're just really quick. Inside the actual packaging, you actually get this drawing right here in each one of the boxes, which is absolutely awesome. And it is on the back of the box art, and you actually have the actual two of the actual sculpts that they did from back in the day on the back of the box. You have the turtle down there, and then you have the turtle right there in the top corner. But this right here is just absolutely awesome. This was when I guess they had completed the whole thing. I remember as a kid seeing this in other comics, plus the turtle comics. When I was younger, I wasn't allowed to read them for whatever reason. I have no idea why, but when I got a little older than 8 years old, I was allowed to read them. But yeah, it says on the back of the box, it says the birth of the Ninja Turtles. Long ago in Dover, New Hampshire, two upstart comic artists passed the time making each other laugh. Kevin Eastman sketched an unlikely combination of a ninja and a turtle. Peter Laird answered back with his own version. Before long, a new sketch emerged. All four teenage brothers ready for action. And the rest, as they say, is history. And that's true. I mean, that was the whole thing. I mean, can you imagine hanging out with them and being a part of this when they were doing this back in the day, and even though it was just the two of them? But I mean, still, that'd be really cool. So, enough of that. Let's get in and take a look at these guys, because these guys, I'm going to tell you something. They're awesome. They are awesome. So, starting off, we are going to start off with Michelangelo, my all-time favorite turtle. And look at that. I mean, yes, he is articulated. The articulation is not bad at all. For $14, it's not a bad figure. The arms only go about that far, and he has some swivel and all that goodness. And, of course, the head can look up, down, and move side to side. But just look at the beautiful, look that they captured. They captured the essence of these guys big time. And yes, they may seem kind of cheapy, but if you're a turtle fan like I am, you're going to love it. Now, he does not have his belt going across that's going to hold his chucks. I don't know why. He just doesn't have it. He doesn't have it in the sketch either, so I guess because he doesn't have it in the sketch. Oh, that's why, because I forgot. They're held on the wrist. Duh. Anyway, and then here's his turtle feet and his turtle tail, and yes, his legs can bend. They can only bend about that far. And can his legs move out? Not really, but they do swivel at the knee, which is actually pretty cool. And then, it just hollow at the bottom. But for $14, man, these guys are cool. They are very cool. So without any further ado, you have Michelangelo, and here he is, and he's just, standing here giving you a little bit of a look. Now, he comes with, and they all come with, I should say, and I apologize, they all come with their container of ooze. And it just sounds so much better than slime. It just rolls off the tongue. Ooze. But they all come with it. Yes, once again, I guess you could put a little light under there and this would glow. That'd be pretty cool. But yeah, neat. Don't know why that's like this here, but who cares, right? I mean, it's just a little tiny effect, and that's cool. They all come with their own little containers. And they all come with their signature weapons, of course, and not a string, but actual chain, which is actually nice. And Mikey has his chucks. So now you can take these bad boys and you can actually, if I can grab them here, and you can plug them into his arms, which if I'm not mistaken, they go, I think they're going, yeah, like this with the chain facing forward. Oh, let me see if I can get this on here. And just snap them in like this. And there Mikey is with his chucks on his arm. And can he hold his chucks? Of course he can. He's Michelangelo. Now, these don't stretch out, so you got to really kind of work these in here. So you're just going to kind of have to go through the top, kind of push the fingers out while you push the chuck in. And there you go. And now Michelangelo is holding on to his nunchucks. Just like that. I mean, that's, dude, that's reminiscence right there from when I used to see this little sketch back in the day. And there you have Michelangelo. Not only is he holding his chuck, but he has them right here on the back of his arm. Held. That's why he didn't have, you know, the strap. He doesn't have knee pads either, which is pretty interesting. And then, just like with all four turtles, he comes with a display stand, which is cool because this connects to make like a small like diorama, and it has his name underneath. It says Mikey on it. So that's pretty cool. And then he comes with a box and a board, and then as you can see, this will go on here, which you will see later on. But that's pretty cool. So, next up, we'll take a look at Donatello. Now we have Donatello in all his beautiful glory. And as you can see, he is also a different color than all his other brothers, where Michelangelo is more of a, kind of like a dark green, shinier green. He's more of a brown color, which is pretty cool. But as you can see, he has his purple bandana on him. And he also has his strap that goes across, which also holds his bow staff. And the one thing I didn't look at was the shell. And that's nicely done. So we'll look at Donatello's shell. And he has the purple elbow pads, just like Michelangelo had the orange ones. I apologize, I didn't go over it. And they also have more shading on the shell itself. No knee pads on him, but they do have the little turtle tail. Once again, hollow at the bottom of the feet. Same articulation as Michelangelo. Now, Michelangelo being my favorite, Donatello being my second favorite turtle on the team, only because of the fact that's just the way I am. That's the way I like them. So Donnie comes with, of course, he comes with a stand. And this stand here also says, you know, as it's cracked, and you have a little peg here for Donatello, and it clicks into Mikey's other part of the street diorama. On the bottom, it says Raph, or Don and Raph. So it can go with either or of the figures. But that's pretty cool. And then, last but not least, he also comes with his signature staff. Now, I see here that they put the wrapping way down here. That's the way it was drawn, because he's actually holding it up like this in the actual picture. But that's cool. I mean, you know, it's not so much in the middle, but hey, there's nothing wrong with that. Now, this can also be held in the back here. I guess it would go in like this, maybe. It's a little tight, and you can have it on his back. I would do it this way. I would do it the other way. That's gonna be a little tight getting out. And yeah, mine has a little bit of paint on there, but you know, all right, it's okay. It's not gonna hurt anything. And now Donnie has his staff, and that looks good on his back. Absolutely. And then of course you would take the street diorama and plug this into Donnie's feet, and I'll show that off in a little while. But here is Donatello. Now we have my third favorite turtle, and that is Leonardo. And look, man, he just looks like a little mighty mug over here, right? He just mean mugging over here, giving that look. But they have done a fabulous job with these figures. I can't say it enough. Articulation wise, look, man, we know we've gotten a lot of other figures out there that don't have a whole lot of articulation. These guys move pretty well for what you're getting. And let me tell you, look at this. Look at that sculpt, man. I mean, it's just a nostalgic thing. I mean, yes, you didn't see these really in a comic. You've seen little sketches of them here and there in the back pages of the old comics and stuff like that. you know, you didn't really know what they were until later on, until you got older. You know, you didn't know what it was, and then eventually you started finding things out. But here we have Leonardo. Once again, he has his belt. You see it's nicely tied off, comes around. This is where his scabbards go. His shell, of course. His bandana, nicely tied. The eyes, they're all different. The expressions, I mean, I think like Donatello and Michelangelo's are kind of the same. Leo's are a little different. Maybe it's just the way it's coming across to me. I could be absolutely wrong on the whole occasion, but I know the bandana doesn't kind of, well, maybe they're all a little bit different. I don't know, but Leonardo's looks different than Mikey's and Donnie's. They don't look like they're the same. Mikey and Donnie's kind of look the same when I'm looking at them. But anyway, I digress. His gritting teeth, and then over here, the other expression. So if you turn his head this way or whatever the case, you have a little bit of a different expression. You turn it this way, you got more of an angry looking face. But that's just the way they were done back in the day, right? So that's cool. And then he, of course, he has his blue elbow pads along with his blue knee pads, which is actually really, really cool. So yeah, and then he has his tail and just like the others, and yeah, and then he has his accessories. So Leonardo, of course, comes with his two katanas, you know, and the way they were drawn, the hilts are a little bent, but that's just the way they were drawn back in the day, I guess. And okay, that's cool. And then, of course, now you have his scabbards, which then plug into the back. Excuse me, I'm being summoned. I'm sorry. All right, sorry about that. That was something important that I had to handle. I didn't realize how important it really was. The wife just wanted to go to Six Flags. So anyway, you could take these scabbards. I think it's this way. And then you just can plug them in. Now, I believe the longer one goes here, so it hangs off, and then the other one goes here. And I probably just put it on the wrong way. I'm just going to slide this underneath, because then this one's going this way off of this side. Yeah, look at that. And they fit there really, really nice on Leo. And of course, his scabbards then. Yeah, they go. Nope. What the hell? What the hell? There they go. And they slide in just like that. That's actually a lot different than what I, well, actually, if you move them more down, I guess, just kind of give it a little bit of a turn. Then they're off more to the side, kind of like where the band is going. You want to follow the bands. So yeah, that makes pretty good sense to go on like that. And then you can have his other sword hanging off. I don't know if they hang. Do they both hang off to the same side? Maybe they do. Maybe I have it on wrong completely. That's kind of awkward looking. So I think they both hang off to the one side. I'm not certain, but I will figure it out before the review's over. But anyway, I just figured, you know, hey, we're so used to him having them like this. You can still have them like that if you wanted to. If you want to have them both hanging off to the side, then you just turn them like that. And there you go. Now you have them both hanging off to the side, which that actually looks a whole lot better. Alrighty, so there's Leo. And of course, with Leo, he comes with his own stand as well, or part of the diorama. And it says City Sewer. Actually, it doesn't say City Sewer. It just says sewer. What am I talking about? It's just because, you know, you're so used to seeing City Sewer or New York Sewer on it. And not to mistake it, but it says Leo right here on the bottom. And that's pretty cool that they actually did that, so you know what figure it goes with. All right, and last but not least, we have my last favorite of the line. We have Raphael. Don't ask me why I put him in order like that. I mean, it's just always the way it's always been since I was a kid. I've always liked Mikey, always the best. And then for whatever reason, I gravitated towards Donatello. Maybe it's just because I'm a partying type nerd. And then, of course, Leo, and then Raph being angry, which I'm not really angry, but so I don't really gravitate to them too much. But I like all four turtles. They have all their own personalities. Don't get me wrong. Yes, we all know that they're fictional characters and stuff like that, but just reading them and how they're written and stuff like that, you know, everybody can relate to somehow, some way. How people relate to Superman, other people relate to Batman, so on and so forth, and everything else under the sun. That's my my whole point. But anyway, I digress. Here is Raphael. And once again, they did a beautiful job with Raph as well. Beautiful traditional red headband. We all know that all 4 turtles had red headbands in the beginning. And of course, he has his red elbow pads. No knee pads. Only Leonardo gets the knee pads because of the fact that he is, well, he's the oldest, so he gets the knee pads. He has his belt nicely tied here with that knot. And then, of course, the pouches for his size. And then, of course, you have this little peg hole here, which actually goes for his katana. Which is actually really cool because when they drew him and they concluded that Raphael had a sword. So that's pretty cool. Just like his brothers, of course. And I didn't mention it with Leonardo like I did with Donatello with the darker skin color. Where Mikey is more of like kind of a, I don't want to say lighter green because Raph's like the lightest green out of all of them. Mikey's like a deep green, Donatello's like a brownish green, and Leonardo's more like a pea soup type green. And then, of course, you have Raphael, who's kind of like a fluorescent kind of, or a light green, whatever you want to say. I like the fact that they actually put the actual more cartoony shadiness on him, or sketch shading here on the character. Once again, the turtley feet, nicely done. And, of course, Raph comes with his accessories as well. And, of course, Raph has the 2 open side gritting teeth when he's showing his face. He does come with ooze. They all come with ooze, like I said in the beginning. Now, with Raph, he has his size. And they are beautiful. You know, the cool thing about this is that they actually put the little, which would be kind of like a ball at the end here. These actually look like they would, you know, you could hang them or whatever the case, but that's actually cool. I like the way they actually did the hand grips. They made them all in red. And these are actually kind of thick, but hey, that's just, it's just the way they're made. And of course, you just slide these bad boys in here like you would on any other Raphael that you have. And they sit in there beautiful and comfortably. And as you can see, there they are, nice, big, and ready to rock and roll. That one's not pushed in all the way, but there you go. Just beautiful, 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 beautiful the way they did these guys. And then, of course, you have his katana. You can't ever mistake it with Leo's because it is in red. And then, of course, his scabbard, which is just like Leo's. And then, yes, you would just take it and you would slide it in. And, of course, it goes this way. And that's that. And then you just plug it in to the, as I was holding it backwards, plug it into the peg hole in the back. But I think he actually has his on his back like this, which makes no sense because of the strap. So maybe that this is supposed to be the bottom part of the scabbard, and it goes like so. And that's how I'm going to leave it. Just like that. And there's Raphael with his sword on his back. So that's cool. I mean, it's a different take from what we're used to seeing all the time with the turtles, right? I mean, Raph with a sword? No, I mean, yeah, he's had his kunais and his stars and stuff like that. I'm not saying that he can't use a sword or a staff or whatever the case, but the other boys, they have their traditional weapons, and Raph has an extra one. So it just goes to show that maybe he's just a little bit more trained than what we thought. Anyway, yeah, just beautiful. $14.99 a figure at Target. If you can pick them up, do so. Now, with Raph, just like Donatello, let me not forget, because that's not all, he comes with the other side of the street diorama, and it says Raph or Don on it. So, like I said, it can go for either figure, however you're going to put it together, however you want. And they're both pretty much laid out the same way. And then whatever the case. Now, let me get these guys all set up so I can show you them all together and then give you my final thoughts on this review. I don't have any other turtles out to compare these guys to, but hey, man, if you guys got the Lawson Turtles, you have the Mirage Comic Turtles, or whatever the case it may be, it doesn't matter what turtles you have. Movie turtles, Lawson Turtles, it doesn't matter. They will fit, you know, cartoon ones, they're going to fit. You know what? Give me a minute. You know what I'm going to do? Give me a minute. Let me go drag something out. That way I can actually show them off with Raph here. Okay, so I went and actually pulled some of the guys out. And as you can see, I have my bootleg Leonardo right here with his blue bandana and his katanas out. And this, so it started here and then went to the Mirage comic Turtles. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And then to the Lawson Turtles. Absolutely beautiful. We have Raphael. We have Leonardo here with the concept art of Raphael. As you can see, they all go beautiful together. Absolutely. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. Enjoy it. Love it. I mean, it's part of your collection. And then, of course, you can move on from there as far as putting them with other NECA figures or just wherever you want. You can put them with G.I. Joe's, Transformers. Who cares, man? You can put them with Batman. Of course, you know, they've had that crossover before. They look awesome. And the price is awesome. You cannot beat this price with a stick. And if you tried, you wouldn't get any better. All right, let me get these guys put away and let's finish this review. Okay, guys, so now that you've seen how they look with the comparisons, here's how they all look together on the diorama. Now, you don't have to pose them this way. I just wanted to pose them this way because that is exactly how the original art looks, just like that, and boom. I think I did a pretty good job, don't you? I mean, that's just phenomenal, man. Just absolutely gorgeous. Listen, for $14.99, these figures are well worth it. So all 4 turtles are going to cost you $50-something with tax. You cannot beat this with an ugly stick and get away with it. You just can't. You just can't. Yeah, there's some minor here's and there's and whatever the case is, but you know what? For the most part, hey, minimal articulation, that may be. But then again, this is how I'm probably going to pose these guys on my shelf, just like this with this dio. I mean, you just can't beat this for the price, and they did a beautiful job. And just before I forget, these legs, see how Donatello's legs are right here, straight up and down? If you actually turn them, they will actually move out. So they are articulated up inside here. I didn't know that they were articulated at first until I started messing around. Actually, Leo, I had to heat up his joints to get his knees to bend. After I did that, I realized inside, I was like, oh, wow, there's a joint in there. And yes, turn them sideways a little bit and they will flare out. And then that's how you can get them doing kind of a horse stance. I got Mikey doing it, Raph doing it, Leo doing it, Donatello standing straight up. But beautiful, beautiful. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this review on the... Oh my God, I almost said Nintendo. What is going on with me today? I apologize for the Nickelodeon Sketch Turtles by Eastman and Laird. You know, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Actually, these are by Playmates, but, you know, they are the Sketch Turtles by Eastman and Laird. So, yes, they're called the original sketch reprint. You know, or not, I'm sorry, I'm reading the wrong thing. Forgive me, man. I'm just having one of them days or just be messing up. So you get the original sketch reprint included with the figure. You had this made by Playmates. It's Nickelodeon. It's the 40 years, not the 40th anniversary. I apologize because I know I said 40th anniversary. It's 40 years of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Oh my God, 40 years. That's insane. That is insane. Just to let you know, I was, what, 9? No, not even. Yeah, I was 9 years old when these guys came out. Probably a little bit younger. Probably 8, getting ready to turn 9 when these guys came out. Or when the comic came out. Whatever it was. You know how it is. I'm 49 now. You know, your mind doesn't remember all of everything. But anyways, like I said, this is the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles original sketch figures. Michelangelo, Leonardo, Raphael, and Donatello. I apologize. That was just a whole mess up right there. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this review on these turtles. And yes, absolutely just phenomenal. If you can get your hands on them, I just was walking by them. They were the last 4 on the pegs. I just got lucky, man. So hopefully you can find them. You can probably order them on BBTS or wherever other fine good toys are sold, you know, on and stuff like that. Whatever I'm trying to say. Anyway, guys, yeah, if you're a Turtles fan, pick these guys up. They are well worth picking up. With that being said, please like, subscribe, share, And always leave a comment down below. Always hit that notification bell so you never miss out on anything new. Guys, I appreciate all of you. Thank you so much. This was a joy, man. I had a blast making this review. And I hope you guys enjoyed watching it. So with that being said, I'll catch you all on the flippity flip.